Hey y'all, most of you know me, but my name's Ed Hawkins. I live up in Georgetown. I'll tell you this, I'm not an expert like some of these folks come up here. I don't have lawyers on my side, and I don't have engineers speaking for me, although the engineers and the experts that are opposed to this project spoke very well up here and raised very significant and substantive issues. I have personal feelings about whether or not the Dollar General should go in and in that spot, but that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. My background isn't an engineer. My background is in public policy. My background in education is in public policy. And I'm just going to point out some observations to you and hope that you take them into consideration from a public policy standpoint. You know, the developer in their report on hydrology back in March referred to all this stuff that flows through the property, this water. They refer to it as stormwater. It's actually, I found out later, it's called Empire Creek. No kidding. There's a sign right there with a county logo on it that says this is Empire Creek. So that's how I figured out it was Empire Creek. So that's not opinion undocumented. It's the real deal. It's Empire Creek. Well, at least according to the county it is. So this developer wants to move this flow, this creek, and that's not unusual. I mean, we move creek flows occasionally, and that's fine. Problem is, this creek is one of those creeks that drains in the American River. It makes it part of the pesky law called the Waters of the United States Act, that kind of stuff. So it comes out of the EPA and Army Corps of Engineers. Now, your developer plans to move the creek flow and then allow sewage effluent to leach into the soil above the creek at just a few feet away, according to their plan. Now, your staff says this is okay. I read their stuff, and they said it's okay because of your general plan policy 7.3.3.4. which, since it's obviously an environmental impact, I guess the staff is relying on the part of your policy says you can just waive all the environmental stuff if it provides for a reasonable use of the parcel. Maybe that's what they're relying on. Your planning commission approved this project by a vote of 4-1. I think it's telling that the only no vote came from the only planning commission who actually went up there and inspected the site. Under CEQA, and some of us quoted here by counsel for the developer, under CEQA, you're required to make a finding on a simple question. Will the project cause a significant effect on the environment? That's quoted there. It's a yes or no question. You guys get to make that finding. If you find that there's a significant environmental effect, you must order a full EIR, Environmental Impact Report. The law also says that when you consider this issue, you must consider the whole record, not just what the developer says, not just what your staff says, and consider what everybody here has been telling you and the county for the past year. And I think a lot of substantive evidence has come in, and I think it's overwhelming, and you can't be harmed if you say, let's go with an EIR on this. You're not telling the developer no. You're not telling the owner you can't sell the property. You're not saying you can't build. You're saying we're going to err on the side of caution and require EIR on this property before we allow you to build. No one is harmed if you do so, and everyone has the potential to be harmed if you don't. So I hope you seriously consider that. You may approve the property and submit it to an EIR, and I think that would satisfy my needs. So thank you very much for your time. And it's a tough deal. You guys kept a public policy question here, and I don't envy where you're sitting. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.